The debate over the finance bill and budget estimates has now shifted to the church, with All Saints Cathedral hosting an economic forum on the two key legislative proposals. However, despite the significance of the discussion, the event drew only a handful of attendees, leaving much of the Trinity Auditorium visibly empty. Even so, those present engaged in sharp exchanges over taxation, national debate, national debt, and government spending priorities as concerns mounted over the rising cost of living. Mudhoni Brenda has more on this story.
It was expected to be a high-stakes economic debate on holy ground. But the most striking image inside the Trinity Auditorium at All Saints Cathedral in Nairobi was the row upon row of empty seats. Yet, while the public gallery remained largely empty, the discussions on the floor were intense, with speakers warning that proposed taxes on mobile money transactions could hurt low-income earners and push the economy back toward cash dependence.
As long as you're being taxed, as long as you're the end user, right? Because you're the customer. So when your what is it called? Your rates go up. What happens? How does it affect the church? Let me start with the church. Most of your tithes, your offerings are nowadays paid how? Digitally, right? How do you reach the churches in the rural areas? It's digital. Financial inclusion had gone past 90%. We're going back to a cash economy.
Beyond taxation, the issue of Kenya's rising national debt also dominated the debate, with civil society representatives calling for greater accountability and transparency in government borrowing and spending.
In terms of accountability on borrowing and transparency on expenditure, what is this money doing? You can't just wake up, go borrow without our consent, and then you end up spending that money without letting us know what exactly is this money used for.
But what Kenyans would like to see is all those, where we are, all those billions, trillions that we are said to have borrowed. How is it now actually helping us, to manage the economy?
The attendees further expressed concern that while the Treasury's blueprint prioritizes infrastructure, agriculture, and debt servicing, these ambitions may be disconnected from the realities of a population struggling under a high cost of living.
The only place where resources are not scarce is in heaven. So while we are on earth, there's an imperative for us to plan and prioritize things. So our government that has shiny stadiums with starving children and women would be shamed.
The All Saints Cathedral opened its doors for this forum, officially signaling that the church has joined the conversation on the 2026-2027 budget estimates and the 2026 finance bill. However, the empty seats witnessed here at the All Saints Cathedral prove that moving the conversation from parliament buildings to county offices and now to holy grounds still isn't enough to bring back skeptical citizens. Mudhoni Brenda for TV 47 from the All Saints Cathedral, Nairobi.